In terms of a startup working with customers and turning them into reference accounts, I think the biggest driver of that is customer service. You have to, obviously, your initial customers are very important to you, and you'll have to make sure that they are happy customers, which goes without saying. I'm sure if you're planning to start a company, you do want happy customers. The approach in doing that is, number one, you need to make sure that your product works as it is advertised. What does that mean? You have to manage customer expectations. So a customer will have a lot of requests from a startup. Particularly your initial customers, knowing that you're a small company, will come to you with a long wish list. Let's say, can you solve this problem for me? Can you solve this problem for me? As a startup, you have to be very careful in how you choose the problems that you are going to solve. You cannot solve all of your customers' problems. You have to define which are the problems that you can solve best, and then manage the customer's expectations in that vein, saying that, for this particular problem, I am the answer. For some other problem, you may want to talk to somebody else. By trying to do too much for a customer, and that will be a constant internal battle that you'll have to fight, because you don't want to annoy a customer by turning down requests for help. And you also say, hey, here's an opportunity to do more business with this customer, so let me take this on. There's this constant tussle that will go inside you. But I think it's very important for you to make that trade-off, because the risk you can run is that if you have a very good solution for a particular problem and the customer is happy because of that, and you take on another part of the customer's problem and you don't do a good job with that, you can hurt yourself in the primary solution, solution that you were providing, and that can impact you in the long run. So getting a reference customer is very critical to your business, but don't do that by expanding your scope too much. Make sure that what you're doing is the best you can do in that particular area where you're solving a problem. And if you need to expand within that area. Don't go outside of that area. And manage the customer expectation so that this happens. Let me give you an example of that. We have a company that is providing a data acceleration product. They get requests from all types of application, acceleration. We tell them, focus on, we solve the problem very well for grid computing. We don't want to do this for this particular application because we know that we may not see the same level of performance acceleration that you would see with grid computing. So I think by sticking to that, number one, you preserve your resources. You preserve your resources to focus only on the grid computing solution, and therefore your clients that you're targeting are the ones that can most benefit from your solution. At the same time, you're not creating potentially an unhappy customer who will not see value from your product.